Morning everybody, how are you today? On today's video I'm going to show you how I make my Tree of Life pendant. I've been doing this for over 10 years now, so I think now I'm ready to show you and share with you how I do my Tree of Life pendant. And if you decided to make one for yourself, please let me know. I would love to see your creation as well. Let's get on to the video. Bye! First thing you do is make the trunk of the tree. So you want to cut 22 pieces of 15 centimeter length wire. So after you cut all your 22 pieces of wires, you gather them together and then twist to make the bottom of the tree. And then you keep separating the wires to make even smaller branches. Sorry guys, the camera actually cuts out on me before, so that's why I didn't show you how to make the bottom of the tree. But the process is really much the same. Trunk is just like a big branch, so the technique of doing trunk is exactly the same as how you do branches. So you keep going, separating your wires and turning them into small branches. I usually stop until I've got about 2 wires for one branch and sometimes 3. After you make all your branches, now you're ready to shape your tree. You bend them around and make it bendy. Bendy tree is more interesting than a straight tree. Straight tree make a really boring pendant. So you keep doing it until you're happy with the shape. Only after you're happy with the shape of your tree and your branches, now you're ready to put the stones onto the wire to make the leaves. When I make my Tree of Life, I like to make the tree as realistic as possible, and to achieve this, you have to use the smallest stone chips possible. In this one I use 2mm size chips. If you use bigger than that, yes, you will finish the job quicker, but your tree becomes less realistic and not enough detail, in my opinion. I usually put about 7 to 11 stone chips per branches. You don't want to put not enough. But if you put too much, it's easy to just take it out when you have too much. As you can see here, I've got a kink in my wire near the end of the branch. So I have to straighten it so that the stone chips can go through. Now that the stone chips are in place, you want to secure them by bending the wire slightly so they can't slide out. And also at the end of the wire, I'll make a small loop like so. So they definitely can't fall out of the wire. Now we're ready to attach the tree to the frame. What you can see here is me attaching the middle branch to the top of the frame. When I'm attaching my tree, I like to anchor my tree to the frame in 3 points. The top one, the left and the right. As you can see, that's my left anchor and that's my right anchor, and that's my top anchor that I just did. So basically you just keep going, attaching all the branches to the frame until you get something like this. And you may need to remove some stone chips from some branches. So you want to cover the silver frame until you can't see the silver at all. So you do that by winding the excess wire from each of the branches. Once you cut the end, you want to tuck them in with your pliers so you can't see the end from the front or from the back. So you basically keep doing that all around the frame. And you want to check your work with jeweler's loop. See, as you can see that that end there, it wasn't quite tucked in properly, so I'm squeezing it right now so that it's really tucked in. Okay, I'm using my jeweler's loop here to show you what damaged wires looks like. As you can see, it's full of scratches. So when working with soft wires, you want to be gentle with your pliers. You get damaged so easily. This is what your wire should look like. Always have your jeweler's loop handy. It's good to check your work as you go so you can fix it before it gets too far. So now we're ready to do the roots of the tree. So you want to unwind your wires and fanning it out to make the roots. So you move most of the wire out of the way so you can attach the roots one at a time to the frame. So basically you just keep going until you attach all the roots to the frame. I usually leave 3 wires at the back of the tree and 3 wires at the front of the tree. And I turn those little wires into 3 little swirls. It'll make more sense as you see what I'm doing next. Okay, so basically your tree of life is almost ready. All you have to do is just putting some tweaks here and there. See, as you can see, I'm actually making the roots a little bit more bendy, so it's a little bit more realistic. Yeah, basically you just have a picture of a tree as a reference and make your tree look as realistic as possible. Alright, we're on a home run now. All you have to do now is make the beaded chain. So cut yourself some fishing line and start threading the beads onto it. That's it. Basically done. Okay, that's your first tree of life done, guys. All you have to do is put a clasp at the end of your chain if you wish, and that's it.